So I thought this video was very interesting. This is black people dating in China. Now I thought that I've heard that China is pretty racist towards black people and everything like that. It's no secret. It's part of the culture. The whiter you are, the lighter you are, the better in China. The dark you are, the more it's not. They don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what these black people got to say about dating in China.
Typically meet
Dating.
Chinese people in the first place to date?
Well, usually the hookup apps like Tinder, Grinder, these kinds of hookup apps. And then if something kind of develops, you go from there. But often I've noticed with Chinese people, they'll have friends and be like, oh, I have someone who'd be perfect for you. But the couple of times that happened, it was not, the sparks did not fly. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Do you have any stories like that
Oh
to
my
tell?
God. Okay, so my least favorite thing is like a bad English name. So my Chinese name, I had a Chinese person give me my Chinese name because I didn't want to choose a name that made Chinese people go, oh my God, what was he thinking? That's a horrible name, right? So I hate names like Coach, Prada. So I went on a date with this one woman, and I was like, oh, what's your English name? And she was like, oh, it's Gucci. And yeah, no. The name was probably also the most interesting thing about her. So
Wait, her name was Gucci. See, this is happening when you don't live in other countries. I didn't know you can have a different name more applicable to the language. That's actually interesting.
it was not a great date.
So could you tell me a little bit more about dating apps in China, like especially Tantan? I know that's a very big one. What was your experience like using them?
Well, the thing about dating apps in China, you have your pictures, and a lot of people, it's very big Chinese culture to like edit the pictures, but it's not even just like editing, like tweaking a thing here, tweaking a thing there. It's more like changing their whole face. So like when you see someone in person, it's like, huh? That's that doesn't match.
So even the guys do this. What are some of the things that they typically change in their pictures?
Well, like the general like Chinese thing I would say is make their face lighter. So like some of their pictures they be looking like ghosts.
Like
They're
what I
like just
said.
really really white.
Like what I said earlier, the whiter you are in China, the better. I had a friend who lived in China, a really good friend, white guy. He said when he was over there, they praised him like he was some type of god with a lowercase g. Like he said he got so many girls. Matter of fact, he had this app. I forgot what it was called. It was some type of Chinese app. It was just like Tinder. And I ain't never seen nothing like this. But he basically set his location, his VPN to like he was in China or something like that. Like he was still living there, even though we're in the US, right? And he matched with like 80 to 100 women a day, bruh. Just because he's white. He would say that. He says, because he was white and because he's 6'2", women in China love him because he's white. Just because he's white. You see what I'm saying? Like she said, the whiter the better.
Sometimes they like slender like jaws.
Like
a
yours?
little bit and make their eyes a little big, similar to the girls actually. I feel.
Eyes a little bigger. Just like I made a video, a woman talking about that in Asia, wherever she was from, they got this thing where it's like something about the eye fold. They make their eye fold. Basically, having slanted eyes is not considered attractive. This is an Asian woman talking about this.
The double eyelid surgery is the most popular procedure because the monolid turns into an eye fold. This guy,
I'm trying to behave myself,
who somehow convinced Koreans that their naturally slanted and monolid eyes were unnatural and that they needed to have double eyelids. I feel like Asians get it because it's almost a one step closer to that Eurocentric feature.
Like, why is that not considered attractive? It is attractive. Those features does make a person attractive if they're Asian. Who says it's not? You see what I'm saying? But they're saying that I guess the more American you look or more Eurocentric you look, over there that's more positive. She said that they edit their pictures to make their eyes more rounder like Europeans. Why?
It's like I've taken pictures with people and before like sending it to me they always edit both of us, or taking a picture like then they instantly edit it before saving it. So like it's a huge culture thing, I feel.
Sometimes they can maybe kind of fantasize black woman. Oh, you have curves. I love curves. And I'm like, I'm fully dressed in all of my pictures. I don't think I'm showing any inch of my curves. And so the fact that they're like just fantasizing that black women are normally more shapely or
Which is
more
the truth.
round or voluptuous in my case than
Which is
Asian
facts.
women. Sure. But again, I'm looking for a real connection, not just someone to sleep with. So a lot of times it's, can we get past the surface level things and make a real connection? Something like that.
All right, so a part of me is still trying to figure out why a black person would want to move to China when racism in China, or the way they look at black people in China, is not necessarily a positive image. So I wanted to do this video because I wanted to see for a fact, I want to see for sure, is this true? Do people in China not like black people? And I wanted to hear from blacks who actually are living in China. Based on these blacks that are here, they seem like their experience is a good experience. It doesn't seem like it's, you know, there's minor differences, but they don't seem like they're discriminated upon so much, because I feel like they would have talked about it in these interviews. My content is all about the different races and different ethnicities being in harmony with one another, but respecting each other's differences and appreciating the differences, and also having discussions. That's what my channel's about. I meant to say having discussions that need to be had. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, let me know what y'all think.